Well, guess it's time.
It's the Boy Podcast. It's the Boy Podcast. It's the Boy Podcast. It's the Boy Podcast. Games, beer. It's the Boy Podcast. Boy Podcast.
It's just the Boy Podcast.
Welcome to the Void Podcast. I'm your host, Louis Lockhart. To my right, producer DJ Levi.
Hello there.
In front of me, across the table, Romero, Double Phones Jones. And to my left, Kyle Strauss, big one.
You know what it is.
And
Pussy.
This is a great podcast. This is one of the better podcasts we're gonna have
It's a special one.
in a while. I'm already
All
called it.
downhill from here.
It's all downhill from here. We got football picks. We're going to be talking about a little bit of college football.
I'm so glad it's football season.
Dude, it feels good. You can feel it in the air, especially in October.
Feel it in my wallet.
Yeah,
Down
terrible.
in my plums.
Down in my plums.
For me and Kyle, that summer was brutal. Now it's fall. It's not going to be brutal.
And we got football picks. We got some underdog picks, some lockdown picks of the week, and we also got a nice little game we're going to be playing. It's called Fact or No Fact, or Not Fact. Fact or Not
Just a
Fact.
fact or fiction.
I think it's fiction.
You got to forgive him.
Fact or Not Fact. And what we're gonna do is we all have written down some facts or not facts, and we're gonna read them out loud, and everyone's gonna take a guess whether it's a true fact or alternative fact, as the Trumps like to say. And if you're right, then you're right, and if you're wrong, you take a drinky winky. So let's start off with some college football. We're all glad it's back. Oh yeah, baby. And I forgot to almost mention. Later on, we're gonna have an interview with old Aphex Arcade, Steven Aphex Arcade. He's the next big YouTube star. Just kidding, he's already big. He's also a good friend of mine, and he's a really cool guy. And I think you're gonna like the interview. It's a long interview, about 50 minutes long. Definitely got a lot of stuff in there.
Some really good material, too.
Yeah, DJ and myself interviewed him, and we had a great time with him. He's a very cool cat. You're going to want to hear that interview. He's got a lot to say. He can do a great Rick and Morty
Oh,
impression.
he sure can.
He doesn't shy away from any question. He's all around. He gets our sense of humor. He's like us. He's basically us. He's a reincarnation of us. Would you say so?
He's sounds awesome.
Yeah.
He hesitated a little bit on that one.
He's the kind of guy you can just definitely hang out with, get a drink,
Yeah.
do whatever.
He said his
have a
favorite
great
drink's
time.
Long Island. I can dig
Hey,
that.
Fireball and
And apple.
oh yeah, some
Apple
cider.
Apple, yeah.
Not exactly a
Angry
fan of his
Orchard.
drink choices, but I'll still hang out.
Well, you
with
don't like
Hey,
naked.
wait a minute. That's my favorite drink,
him.
man.
Of course it is.
Oh, it is. How did we not touch on that? That him and Romero have the same favorite drink choice.
What is wrong with a Long Island?
Nothing.
Hey, he lives in New York. He lives in New York. What else are you gonna do in New York?
Yeah.
You're gonna drink Long Island's
Or Manhattan.
or Manhattan.
Or Manhattan. I don't know how that one was brushed out.
I'm glad he's more of a Long Island guy than a Manhattan guy.
Yeah.
Manhattan people, they don't sit around and make YouTube videos. They're not cool enough.
No, they're not. He said he got drunk on
At PAX
moonshine.
East? Yeah.
I like
Oh,
that.
that was actually off the cider and the Fireball.
Was that what he said?
That's what he said.
No, I think he
Yeah,
said moonshine.
No, not at PAX East.
He
He
got,
said he did a stream.
Well, let's
That's
not-
right, yeah, he
Let's
did a
not
stream.
ruin the interview for everyone.
yeah. Listen to the interview,
Listen to the interview.
and it's good. You'll like
Yeah.
it. It's good. You'll like it. I promise you. Best interview you've ever heard.
Excellent.
excellent interview. I know people. They've said this is the best interview they've ever heard. So y'all want to get right into college football picks?
Let's do it.
Before we get all drunk.
Let
Cue
them
the
know.
music. All right.
Oh, we gotta bring
Are
back
you
our
ready
football.
for
We gotta
some
bring back college football.
Oh, we do.
We gotta bring it back.
Oh, we're bringing it back. CBS theme.
Be on the lookout later in the podcast for that.
Yeah. All right, so let's go around. We got a lot
What
of
game
good
we
games.
looking at?
Well,
You know
thi-
we got to start with the big one.
Alabama, FSU.
Not that big one, but the big one.
All right. Well, we'll
Stony Brook versus USF.
yeah. That's the.
We'll touch on that later.
So we obviously got Alabama, FSU.
We're in Tallahassee.
We're in
so-
Tallahassee. Not everyone at this table is an FSU fan.
Nope.
It's actually split. We got 2 FSU fans. Oh, you're a Miami fan.
That is correct.
So we got 1 FSU fan, 1 Miami fan, 1 LSU fan, 1 Florida fan. This is a diverse table of opinions here. So let's go at it. Alabama, FSU. We'll come back later and give the scores. Who do y'all got?
Well, I'm going to run with Alabama. I think it's going to be within 7 to 14 points score-wise. I can't really lock down a score.
No, not yet. Don't give a score yet.
I think it'll be within that window.
Okay.
I'm going to go there.
I'm going to go ahead and say FSU by 3 points.
Okay. So that's going to
Wait,
definitely be close.
Doesn't the kicker suck, though?
No.
I didn't say they're going to win by a field goal. Maybe the other team misses the
Yeah.
field goal and they win by 3.
You ever heard of that?
It could happen.
They could. Kyle.
I got FSU, obviously.
Obviously.
I got them 27-21. So not as close, but still a close game.
Okay.
I think
I can see it.
it's
All right.
going to be
That's
a good
the
one.
first game in the new stadium for the Falcons.
It
too.
is.
That place looks awesome.
You know
Yeah,
what's
it's gonna be
funny
a
is
good one.
they have a Chick-fil-A in that stadium, but it sucks because it's not open on Sundays.
Okay, they're still going to sell chicken
Still gonna sell
sandwiches.
And
Don't get
for
so
this game, it's going to be
dramatic.
Saturday. They can at least get it till 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So for the record, this college football season, we're gonna pick the biggest game of the week. We're gonna do the scores on it. Whoever's the closest on the score will not have to take a shot the next podcast. That's the rule. And that's what's gonna
I like
happen.
it.
So, what the hell? Let's give our scores. So you said what?
27-21.
27-21 for big one.
What's your final score?
I'm going to go 34-24.
34-24
That's a
Alabama.
score.
Okay.
I'm going
well,
37-34
They said it was
FSU.
going to be a 3-point game. Oh,
37-34
they
is
said
it?
24. I was like, bro, what?
No, 37-34 FSU.
All right. Well, Romero stole mine. I was going to say 34-24 Alabama. I think it is going to be a 2-score game. You know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to do this. This is going to be a little crazy. People are going to think I'm a little wild. I'm going to go 24-13 Alabama. 24-13.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
I think honestly, I think FSU's going to score is 13 in the first half. I think they'll be shut out in the second half.
Okay.
So O-line for FSU is just going to be I don't know, something about it that it's not good, and it's going to take a little bit of time for them to find their
Yeah,
groove.
especially after that starting D tackle who got shot in the leg from Alabama last week. So that should really,
Did he?
Yeah,
Did
it
he?
should really hurt us up. And since we were a second half team all last season,
That's last year, man.
it's the same exact team.
They don't have Dalvin.
We have the best college football player in all of college football in Derwin James.
Dalvin's away. I think that's the big hole to fill. I don't know. It's not going to be the
Filled
same
by
team.
what, the 3 5-star running backs we got in the last 2 years?
Yeah, they're playing Alabama
years.
though, man. That's the best defense in the nation.
It's not.
Should be a great game. Is this the biggest kickoff game for college football?
Ever.
Yeah.
I think there was a one versus number 2 in the 80s. It was between Oklahoma and UCLA, and then there was one before that. Notre Dame and someone. I don't know who it was.
Notre Dame. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, look at who are they playing this week? They're playing. Who are they playing? Temple, Notre Dame, and Temple. I have Temple winning that one. My college pick 'em.
I hope
bad
they
pick.
do. Notre Dame
Yeah.
is one of those teams I just can't stand because no matter who they play, they could have like a half their record, half their schedule could be scrubs. They go 5-0, they're gonna put them in the top 10.
Yeah, because
Just
they're Notre Dame.
Yeah, I
They're
hate
Notre
them.
Dame. So I was Ohio State had the same problem like
Ohio
in the
State,
10 years
Ohio
ago.
State for the same reason.
Yeah, they're annoying and very annoying.
you liked Ohio State.
No, I hate Ohio State. I lived up there, but yeah, I don't like them. The so upsets, yeah, upset picks going on. Deej,
Yeah, I have Georgia Tech unranked defeating number 25 Tennessee 33-30.
Tennessee has a lot to prove this year. They Butch Jones needs to do something. He needs to win the East if he wants to keep his job. I like that pick. That's a solid pick.
They've been so trash the last couple of years.
Yeah, and they finally beat Florida last
Starting to
year.
look good.
They're
Like a
starting.
game or
That's
two.
because Florida's just fucking dog shit. They got
Okay.
stepped on.
Okay, all right. Well, we were winning by pretty big, and then they came back. So,
Exactly my point.
all right. Romero, eating chicken nuggets over there.
I'll go ahead and just say the Stony Brook Rapids.
Wow.
That's not who they are, but they should be the Rapids.
That's a cool nickname.
Are going to beat the shit-ass UCF or USF. I don't
Bulls?
even know.
Bulls?
There you go. Yep. Forgot them because they're so bad. Yeah, I think UCF broke the top 10 like one time. And
USF or UCF?
USF, whatever. They both suck.
So what do you think of the 55-0 Stony Brook?
Oh, no. I think it's going to be a close game. It's probably be like 9-6.
That's a bold one. That is a bold pick.
That is. That's a bold pick of the week right there.
Mm-hmm. Well, there ain't no shot.
USF got the
repercussions
number
on this
2 in 07. They
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's probably how
Yeah,
bad
10
college
years.
10
football
years
was.
ago.
Yeah. So,
So I'm
I
gonna
think
go.
Rutgers was up there too.
yeah. that was
Speaking
a
of that,
good year.
I'm gonna go Rutgers over Washington. I'm gonna go
It's a good pick.
That is a good pick.
34-28, and the reason I'm gonna do this because Washington, USC, and Stanford and Oregon is what I like to call those mirage teams, which are another group of teams I hate. They always project like they're good early in the season, like they wow you. The stats, the quarterbacks do amazing, but as soon as you get down the stretch, they lose to anybody.
Butt
and
City.
I mean anybody.
Say
They
Butt
get
City.
beat by like fucking Toledo, and then
Wyoming Cal Polytechnic.
Yeah. University State College.
like, no, it's crazy because it's like it's video gamers because it's like I feel like a college gets made up within a month just to beat them.
Yeah.
They'll get beat by like Bible Tech College,
It's usually on a Thursday night.
and they've had a
late
football
at night.
team for like a week.
Yeah.
The Fashion Institute.
Yeah, Scads up there beating them.
My upset pick is going to be Texas falling to who are they playing? Maryland. Got Maryland beating Texas at Texas. Check this out. Texas hasn't had a winning season since when? You guessed it, 2013. So and they're ranked in the top 25. They're not going to do good this year.
What's Charlie Strong doing now?
Charlie Strong got
USF.
fired.
He
yeah.
got fired.
Yeah.
But
So
he
he's
did
going to lose
say-
to Stony Brook.
I caught
I didn't
a
read it.
half a piece of interview with him. He did say that like when he left, he did leave a lot of talent. Like there was a lot of
Oh,
talented
of course there
players on
was.
the team.
It's Texas.
So
If you can, I mean, there's always
they can
talent on
still do
Texas.
well. I mean, they can
Yeah.
still do well.
But I mean, look at Michigan; they sucked, and then Harbaugh got there and they started winning. I mean, you always got talent on big name schools.
That's because honestly, in college, coaches are what matter.
Yeah,
And that's why, like, I disagree with what Kyle was saying earlier. He was saying that Florida State is, like, has historically been a second-half team. But under Nick Saban, Alabama has been one of the best teams I've ever seen at halftime adjustments.
yeah. Oh, they're smart.
So good at halftime adjustments.
It's just like in basketball, in college, and football in college, and it goes with the professional sports as well. In college, the coach makes the player, and the professional, the players make the coach. And that's just how it is. And so, I think it comes down to coaching. I think Nick Saban's a little bit better as a coach. Probably not by much, but I think he has a talent around him
Not
and
by
experience.
much.
Yeah,
You're talking about Nick Saban?
yeah. Nick Saban on what's his face? Like, why can't I think of his name?
Jimbo Fisher.
Jimbo Fisher. Yeah,
You think he's barely better than
Jimbo Fisher. Yeah, Jimbo Fisher's a great coach. There's no doubt about that.
With one championship.
Was he 9-1 against SEC teams? I think.
Well, he has like one of the
Some
best
other
winning
Alabama
records of all
lost to
time.
SEC team
As,
in their
he
last
has the most
game.
wins. I mean, think about his NFL. I'm not an FSU fan, but he's got the NFL production he has, the great players he's produced, the winning. How many games in a row did they win?
I mean, if we're talking about people I don't like Urban Meyer, but he's a better coach.
No shot.
I mean, I don't know. It's debatable. I think Urban Meyer has had more time. and he's also had better opportunities.
And Dabo Sweeney has a pretty good record.
I mean,
too.
look how fast Jimbo Fisher took that FSU team
Dabo
around.
Sweeney.
It wasn't very fast.
It was very.
It wasn't very fast. From the point Dabo Sweeney took over to when he won the championship, been a while. Especially when they were touted as having great teams, and FSU rolls in there in 2013 and demolishes them.
I mean, but if we're looking at the dynasties as right now, I'm going to stand on the Clemson side because they've had
FSU almost beat them with a backup quarterback.
Don't count.
Well, I'm saying, all right. So from whenever Jimbo Fisher took over and what he took over at FSU, a terrible team, terrible. They were going 7-6. And he takes them, and 2 years later, they're going to national championship. 3 years later, I mean, that's pretty good. And then he's sustained that success. The year after that, they make it and lose to Oregon. They turn the ball over, and it could have been a different game. They were in the second half of that game, that Oregon game. They're driving down the field to take the lead, and they fumble.
I mean, I can argue that their championship is almost bullshit because they barely beat Auburn, which was not the best team in the SEC, and we all know that.
How'd they make it there then?
Yeah,
like I said, almost don't count. That's what I'm telling you. So don't use that argument because almost don't count.
I mean, it doesn't, but
they made it.
there's definitely something to say about that. I mean, whenever you have a team with Sean McGuire rolling into your stadium, almost beating you, I mean, there's something to say about that. Almost or nothing. I mean, if you're a great team, you don't let that happen. I mean, if you almost lose to a shit team but beat them, you're still going to say, well, that shit team almost beat them. So,
well, didn't that happen the entire season on their championship run? It
happens a lot of
teams every week.
Look at Florida in 06. We went to the championship. We lost to Auburn, and then we almost lost to South Carolina, but blocked their field goal at the end. I mean, championship teams get lucky. There's hardly any team in history that just runs through people.
Miami of 2001, that was about it.
Yeah.
Alabama
almost loses to people. I remember that they played Tennessee and they blocked the field goal with Mount Cody. Mount Cody
they
plus
had 5 championships in those 5 runs.
I mean, not even to mention, not even
had dominant runs.
Not even that.
Not every single game though.
Yeah, not every single game.
I'm saying in 1 or 2 of the seasons they've had a dominant
run.
No,
and not even to mention how sometimes you have to get lucky and people in front of you lose. You might lose late in the season, people lose in front of you.
Program in general.
I mean, I was just saying, you have to get lucky one way or another. It's not. There's hardly the only teams that run wire to wire are USC and FSU in '99. USC in 05 or 04. I think so. I mean, there's only been 2 teams that run wire to wire, and get
as far as going undefeated.
From starting the season number 1 to ending the season number 1.
Well, that's because of the polls. That's why I'm saying that's BCS.
I mean, it's just it's very rare to see a team just blow people out by 2 scores, every game. That just doesn't happen. You get lucky, and it's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. It's that's what happens. You get lucky. It's college football. You got 18-year-olds playing, 19-year-olds playing football games. Stuff happens.
I'm just saying, there's Jimbo's been at Florida State for a while, but the guy who made Florida State is still who? Bobby, right?
Yeah. He's also the one who ran him to the ground.
Hold on 1 second. But Nick said the Alabama had Bear Bryant, who's a college legend. Nick Saban's about to eclipse that. That's like somebody taking over the Green Bay Packers and eclipsing Lombardi. So there's a difference. So you cannot.
Well, if
don't
you
even
inherit that same Lombardi team, it's not that hard to just keep winning
if you
with
get
them.
keys to a Lamborghini, I mean, it's not hard
he built the culture that
the culture's already built, man. Alabama's been Alabama.
Wasn't a powerhouse like that when he got there. They weren't.
They had a slow streak.
Yeah, he got the recruits.
But I'm saying Alabama was still Alabama. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Alabama's not going to eclipse Bear Bryant. That's just not going to happen. It doesn't matter how many championships he wins; he's just not going to. You can't,
People
man.
Saying
You can't.
He's almost there now, already.
No, it's just not going to happen.
Being the greatest coach, the greatest coach of all time in college. They're already saying that he's already there.
No, I don't know who's saying that.
You don't want it, but it's happening.
No, he's not. It's fair, especially Alabama fans. He's not going to eclipse Bear Bryant. That's Bear Bryant's God. You can't do
That's
that.
what you think.
You can't do it, man. So, all right. Lockdown pick of the week. Ready for this?
You doing that before you go into Michigan and UF?
Oh, I guess we could do that, huh? I had a little teaser there. It's Florida, Michigan. Who y'all got in that one?
Michigan by 14.
Okay.
The old Michigan.
All right.
I got Florida by 10.
I got Florida by 17.
You're insane.
No,
Yeah.
I call it what you
Bold
want.
strategy.
Call it what you want. Michigan, they have what, 17 people, 17 starters off their team leave. Their year was supposed to be last year. Florida's coming in hot.
With 7 people suspended.
Seven,
for that
that's
game.
all right.
Yeah,
we
Florida's
can
year
deal with that.
definitely was not last year, so they're not starting off on the right foot.
No, but we always have a good defense. I think Felipe is a great quarterback. We got weapons. I think we're gonna do good. I think we're gonna win by 17. I think it's gonna be like a 3-point game.
You guys got weapons?
Yeah.
You said that sentence like it should be a question mark at the end.
All right, man. Hey,
Do we have
so
weapons?
I think it's gonna be a 3-point game going into the fourth, and then we're gonna score, and then stop them, and then score again. I think it's gonna be a close game all the way until the fourth quarter.
Well, I think because you're going with a freshly starting quarterback, they're gonna go ground and pound on them, try to keep keep the defense smash mouth, like keep the game as close, like keep the other quarterback off the field by running the ball. That's why I think it'll be like a 10-point Florida victory. It'll be close. I think it'll be a close game because honestly, you can't give Harbaugh that multiple chances, and like with you missing so many players, you got to keep it gritty.
I will say Florida's never beat Michigan, and last time we played them was 10 years ago. Tim Tebow, Heisman winning season, played them in the Capital One Bowl.
Okay, can we banish talk of Tim Tebow from this thing?
Wow, it's not like we
This
talk
whole
about him a
podcast.
lot. Tim Tebow, dude, best college football player of all time. Deal with it. Someone didn't want to hear that. Someone didn't want to hear that
Wait.
sentence.
Legends
So
we
he's
can't
the
do
best
that
college
class
player of
deal
all
with
time,
it.
but Nick Saban can't be the best coach. Blasphemy.
So everyone chose Florida on that one. That's good.
No, they certainly didn't. It's
So-
a 2-2 split.
University of West Virginia versus Virginia Tech. Who you got, DJ?
Virginia Tech by 1.
Okay, that's a clean one. You
Yep.
know, yeah, all right. I like your cards.
Thank you.
Yeah,
The Tech.
good.
No score needed.
All right.
I'm also going Virginia Tech by 4.
Wow.
I mean, not 4-3, sorry.
I'm going West Virginia by a touchdown. I like West Virginia.
That's all. I'd say
Their
about
colors
that.
are nice. That's how I base that off of. Their colors are nice.
Are you ready?
Are you ready for Lockhart's Lockdown Pick of the Week?
Dramatic music.
So, this week on Lockhart's Lockdown Pick of the Week, I've got. Who do I got?
Who do you got?
Who do I got? I wrote it down. Oh, Alabama defeating FSU. That's your lockdown pick of the week. Alabama, one of the best teams in the past 10 years, coming into the Chick-fil-A Stadium, newly built. Coming to
It's not the Chick-fil-A Stadium.
The house that Chick-fil-A built.
It's the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Alabama comes in to face FSU in one of the most highly anticipated early season matchups. Number 1 versus number 3. Alabama has one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. Alabama has one of the best defenses in the nation. FSU does not.
This sounds like it's on like a Saturday morning cartoon.
That has been Lockhart's Lockdown Pick of the Week.
Boom!
Apologize to everyone, either in their car or listening through headphones, who had to turn that down because, dear God, it was loud.
Okay. Well, you want to come back and do this drinking game? Let's do it. This is the Void Podcast. Welcome back to the Void Podcast. So here is the section where we play the drinking game. Before we play the drinking game, I do want to make a shout out to No Name Cafe in Woodville, United States of Florida.
That was something else.
You like that?
Not bad.
So No Name Cafe, they make good sandwiches and whatnot. Very good.
I see United States of Florida being is a really cool T-shirt company.
That is United States of Florida.
All right.
So
no one else steal that from us.
Also, stay tuned for the interview with Aphex Arcade. So the drinking
Fun
game,
time.
fun times. Here's the drinking game. We have facts that we have either made up or they are true. We will read them out. Everyone will take a guess whether that's a true fact or not a fact.
Or fiction.
Yes. If you are correct with your guess, you don't have to drink. If you are incorrect, you have to drink. I do want to point out, Kyle Strauss, a.k.a. Big One, and myself have moonshine shots lined up. We're the only ones taking them, but just before we take them, I do want to do a little live reaction. Everyone pass us around, smell it.
This is straight
Woo.
from North Carolina, isn't it?
Woo!
Straight from the source.
This is
dog.
live smell.
This is Pigeon Forge.
This is the live reaction of a smell.
Whew. Okay, that is no joke.
Oh, I think my sinuses were cleared. There we go.
It's like wasabi soup.
Jesus.
Oh, he's drunk.
Oh!
It's like huffing glue.
Oh, it burns. You want some moonshine, little boy?
No, yeah, it's bad.
It's a moonshine brawl.
It's a freaking moonshine jar.
I wouldn't.
Do you know how a mason jar works?
No, well, I kind of thought I'd be able to sling that on top.
Yeah.
William H. Mason.
There we go.
You were trying to look cool, wasn't you?
Ooh, it still burns.
Trying to look cool on the podcast.
Makes me
Put
wanna
it away.
sneeze.
Put it away.
Right there.
I'll put it over here.
That's one of those shakers, and it just fills with bubbles.
Oh, man.
You can light that on
You,
fire.
you literally could light that on fire.
That's what you do. You do
Lit it on
two
fire.
gun salute. You dip your fingers in it. You light your finger on fire, and you take the shot while it's lit on fire.
Is that true?
Yeah,
I
two-gun
feel like
salute.
that's not a thing.
That's a Virginian style 2-gun salute right there.
That's not a thing. Romero,
Okay.
is that a thing?
It's not a thing.
It sounds like it's a thing.
Oh,
Is that
man.
one
Is
of your-
that one of the facts?
No,
It's-
I should have kept
He's
it
a
as a
bartender,
fact.
goddammit.
I should have kept it as a fact. Should have just opened my
Sounds
mouth
like
at
a
all.
thing.
That would have fit in so well.
That would have.
I've heard stories of Virginians taking
Well,
that shot.
stories ain't always real.
All right, so I'm going to go first with our fact
Let's
or
hear
not
it.
fact.
Clockwise. Establish a clockwise situation going.
It's this way. That's,
That is correct.
That's that way. All right.
You ready?
So here's the first one. There is a planet on the other side of the galaxy that is thought to be completely made of reflective silver.
Fiction.
Fake news.
I'm saying fiction as well.
Really? Damn it. Yeah, it's fiction.
Enjoy that moonshine shot.
Other side of the galaxy, that's too far away, bro.
Far away.
But good try.
Thank you.
That was a good try.
All right.
All right.
Mark that one out.
Saddest first question I've ever seen.
All right. This is a American story. It was in like the United States of America.
Let's hear it.
An angry woman was reportedly seen, well, not seen, but caught cutting off a man's penis for not making eye contact with her during sex.
I'm gonna go true because
True.
we're crazy.
Yeah,
That is a fact.
I was about. You know what? Just because y'all went true, I. You know what? I'm going fake. Fake
you
news.
didn't take your shot yet, did you?
Not yet.
It's fake.
I love it. That was a good sell. That was a good sell. You can't tell just listening, but his face, I really
was
wanted
perfect.
to say
That was a
true.
really good line.
Yeah, it was. Are we gonna take the shot?
y'all take. Well, Romero's.
I drank half my beer. It was full, and now it's halved.
Let's do it real quick. It's now or never.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
I just smelled them from over here.
Make sure to get your.
Moonshine going down.
This is for science. Get your reaction on that.
I'm a man of science. All right, here we go. Down the gully.
Oh, wait, are you gonna hold your nose when you do it?
I'm gonna throw her back like a French
Champion.
broad.
Fuck. All right, let's do it. It's gonna burn. It's gonna suck. Oh, it's gonna be the worst. Tap glass.
I was thinking of a toast that I heard at the bar the other day, and it made me laugh.
What was it?
Something about honor.
Honor.
No, it was like, here's to honor. Because when you're honor,
You're not below her.
something, just stay honor. I don't know. It's like a sex thing.
Okay. All right.
To that. Cheers to
clearly
that.
Yeah.
was
Cheers.
bad.
Cheers to the sex
Whatever that
thing.
was.
Oh man, these reactions aren't good.
You gonna chase it with a beer?
You have to.
You got
You
to.
got no choice.
To be honest, that actually wasn't that terrible.
What'd that taste like to
It
you?
was rough. I thought it was rough.
I see it in your eyes. You crying.
It didn't burn nearly as much as I thought it was going to.
Look, it hit your soul. You all right?
I hit it perfectly right in the back of the throat. It's only a little bit got on the tongue.
What would you rather do? Take it over those like Pete Sampras rubs his chest out your face? I'd take Pete Sampras after playing a Wimbledon.
Am I next?
You might have to pour up another one of
Yeah.
those, Lou.
Honestly, all right. I'm
That
okay with
wasn't
that.
bad. But I'm not gonna lie.
All right,
They
DJ?
both survived. It's
Yeah.
Romero's turn.
Oh, okay.
All right, my fun fact is dogs sweat from the ball of their feet.
I feel like that's a fact.
Ooh.
I feel like that's a fact. I feel like I've heard that.
Isn't it through their saliva?
True.
True. Going true on that.
I'm gonna go fake news on that.
It's true.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah, dude.
1 for 3 is not looking good. All right. Sources report after losing his fight to Floyd Mayweather, the $473,000 that Conor McGregor had pre-spent on his after party was non-refundable, and it was a victory after party. True or false?
I'm going to go true because that was really long to lie and write that down.
False.
False.
I totally made that whole thing up.
No!
Right when I heard 470, which is a lot of money, I was
That's
like,
more than he got from the
He
fight,
would've
Lewis.
spent-
Come
No,
on.
No, it
not.
ain't. No, it isn't.
he got like $100 million. From
He,
that.
yeah, he got over 100 million. That's 470,000.
Oh, you said 470,000. I thought you said million.
Oh,
I'm not even drinking.
That's an after
You
You know
party.
what's funny though? You know what's funny out there though? It's probably true. He probably did spend that on a victory party.
All right.
Cross that one off the list. You just made the list. I can't get the sharp too.
just gave up.
All right.
Just threw it down.
In 1989, a classified shuttle mission was launched that carried an 11-pound human skull into space.
It's true.
What was the year?
1989.
False.
I'm going to say true.
It is true.
Drink your V8.
Drink your V8.
Drink that V8.
Unbelievable. Like, they really wasted a fucking mission.
11-pound human skull.
Jesus.
I think, actually, let me see if it was human. It was human, yes.
What, they want to
11
see if it float?
Yeah. What would happen in space when it's exposed to the rough conditions of zero G and no
Harsh realities of space.
and ants?
No answer.
Okay,
No,
Space ants.
Space
Oh,
ants.
okay, History Channel.
Mark that one out. At least got someone.
All right. This is across the glober. We're not going to stay in the homeland here. There are vending machines on a French coast, a sea line in the French area, at a resort that now sell raw oysters out of vending
It's
machines.
false. It's false.
That's true. I'm going
No,
true.
it's true. It's true.
No,
It's true.
Are
It's
you
true.
going true? What are you
It's
going?
true. It's true.
I'm still undecided. I'm gonna go off what you say.
Do you know why it's true?
What?
Because I have the same question written down.
Well, that solves that.
You gonna fuck me like that?
I couldn't contain it.
Going
That's too much of a coincidence.
You're a
I'm,
fucker.
I'm sorry. Everyone drink because that was bad. Everyone take a beer. Just
All right.
drink. Not Kyle because it was his. I
That
ruined it.
was a real news.
I
by the
ruined
way.
it. It was real news.
Those nasty French.
Yeah, that's
Those
gross.
dirty, stinky
That's gross. Gross. I've been to France once.
puking.
All right, Romero, you're up.
Okay. It takes 7 years for gum to digest.
It's false.
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 That's false.
Take
your
take a
V8.
drink.
Drink your V8.
Learned that when I was 18.
Okay.
I was 10.
Well, now that I also got to cross that one off. my list.
Okay.
Okay. With the new iPhone 8 coming out early September, gone are the days of the home button. According to sources, the new iPhone 8 will allow you to open up the home screen by using your lips.
That's false.
I hope that's false.
That's false. I'm going El Fatso with that.
fake news. I hope it's fake news. I don't want to be
Knowing
kicked.
Apple, I'm saying true.
People want to kiss their
Your
phones
lips,
now.
dude.
Lip recognition.
Think about that
software.
lip recognition.
Did
How
no
do you...
one see that Johnny Depp movie? You don't want to fall in love with an app?
Wait, what Johnny Depp? Is that where he's like a computer?
No.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's a computer in that movie.
You're not thinking
Did
of
you
her,
see that
are you,
movie?
Joaquin Phoenix?
Oh yeah, Joaquin.
Okay.
Well, there is the movie where John, like Transcendence.
Transcendence,
turns
yeah.
into a computer.
That wasn't a bad movie.
Not
to
a
be
bad
honest.
movie.
Yeah, it was a bad movie.
Pull that mic closer to you.
Different.
That'd be so far away.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that was the
Good.
There it is.
But yes, true or false? What do you say?
I'm going false.
True.
False.
It's false.
Yeah.
You're not kissing phones out here.
Well, he
people.
said something about gestures earlier with the home button.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Oh, that's how you rope them in.
Date somebody. It is iPhone season.
All right. This one. This one's. This is very good.
It's already fake.
So it's obviously false.
It's already fake.
Sounds good.
There are two bands called Impending Doom. One is an American Christian metal band, and the other one, well, it's a German satanic metal band.
I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna say false.
Impending Doom.
I'm gonna say true.
True, just because it's ridiculous.
It is true. Oh, for the record, I do, before we go any further, last week's lack of podcast was due because we did play a drinking game.
We got a little too drunk
I
on
mean,
it.
there was a little too much drinking going on with this drinking
And we
game.
did try out a new mic and some audio.
Yeah,
was lost
we
for
did
about
try it out, a new
4
mic.
minutes of dead silence.
Dead
Not the
silence.
good scary movie.
Couldn't
Lost
do it.
in the sauce.
So we did. So don't think we just cheaped out last week. We did try to record one, didn't work out.
It may be an unaired podcast that we keep.
That might be a lost. This in the vault.
Yeah.
It was the Babadook.
Speaking of getting
Babadook.
drunk,
Babadook. Rouse, what is it?
Baba.
That's a good one. Newcomb.
No, the surprise, like that thing looks like it looked like a small dog, and then all of a sudden it was like 8'3". I don't understand.
Little chia pet.
People are gonna go back and be like, "Did Babadook like just come out?" I swear that came out like 4 years ago.
We're talking about the whitewash one with all the American actors, not British.
I like that one better. Anyway.
I won't get into the review of it, but just like Death Note that Romero's been hating on.
Yeah.
I hate that.
We love
It's
it.
okay. Anyways, moving on.
All right, moving on. We'll take
Kyle's
the
up.
shot in a second. Yeah, it's Kyle's
I
turn.
won't ruin it this time.
Fucking better not.
He probably will.
All right. I don't know if any of our listeners are familiar with all the massive flooding that has been going on in like the India, Bangladeshi area.
Oh, no.
But because of all that flooding, which, by the way, if anyone has the means to support, of course, there's Hurricane Harvey going out. We want to send our condolences to everyone.
Yes, we do.
That's
Calling
terrible.
you out, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Calling everyone else out.
Yeah, that's terrible. We're with all the families there. That's all from Florida. We know how the
We know
hurricanes
hurricanes.
can be. It's pretty shitty. But over 1,200 people have died in the India, Bangladeshi area from severe flooding.
That's
and because
crazy.
of one of those floods, an 880-pound, 32-foot long, and 3.2 foot in diameter anaconda was found in a flooded river.
Is that? Oh man,
that
32
build up to
feet.
it. That build up to it. Like,
32 feet.
that's
I'm
crazy.
gonna say true because like that's just way too. It's too much.
Too
detail in
specific.
there. And can I sidebar one thing?
Yeah.
I forgot about the Kevin Hart thing. Dude, you literally got caught like with your side piece, like photograph. You got other shit to worry about. Don't be trying to challenge us to do anything. You fix your
Calling
marriage.
out other
Yeah, that's
people.
what I'm saying. Your pregnant wife, bro. So you got other
Stay
shit.
in
to
your
do.
lane.
Yeah, stay in your lane, bro.
So you're
Do
going
more
true.
than $25,000 when you're Kevin Hart. Everyone else is doing like 100,000.
Anyway,
You're going true or false?
true.
I am gonna go true.
I'm gonna go false.
Cal controls you. It's like when he's like
With
really,
mind games,
yeah, when he
dude.
really
These
looks at
mind
you,
games.
you automatically change your fucking point of view.
Mind games. Going false on that.
See, this is why in the lost drinking game is what we're gonna call it from now on. This is why I knew you was gonna lose that game.
Oh, that took 4 minutes. We're gonna take that part of that podcast we tried last week, and we're gonna put it into this one just so people can experience
At the
what happened
end,
between you two.
wait till the end of this podcast. You'll see why we weren't able to complete
Maybe a
it.
little plus, a bonus to this one.
The lost
Final
trial.
answer.
So we got
Final
two truths
answer.
and a false.
All right, damn, Lou. You got it right. It was-
Was there even a flood over there?
There actually was,
Oh.
yeah, like 1,300 people have died.
Jesus.
But there was not an 880-pound snake.
I guess I should have heard when you said 880 pounds.
32 foot long.
32?
And I mean, not
I've
that
seen like some
actually
18,
reasonable.
20 footers.
Is that? I don't
But
know.
not
what this is.
Bangladesh would be a place you get a crazy snake like that
3.5
too.
foot wide.
and not that it's any less tragic, but you see like
I
when
should've
you know
said false.
we care about us, man.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to say it like that, but it's true. You
It
got
is.
that going on over there, but that happens in
Houston.
Houston, and we're just talking about that. It's blanketed all over the news.
All right.
It's America. We don't care about the world.
Hell no.
America.
Romero?
no one else cares about it. That's not true.
That's not true at all.
They care because they hate us.
Everybody cares about us. Wow, shitty. We'll edit that.
Bulls are colorblind. True or false statement?
That
False.
no, I've heard something about
No, because
that.
they bulls see red.
Yeah.
No,
they see
it's like a false thing with that. I think it's
So it's false. You're meant to
yeah.
believe it's
Go-
true. but
Trust
it's
me on
false.
Are
this.
you
Trust
sure?
Me. Trust me on this. Bulls are colorblind. That's true. It's true.
I
Go
would
with
say
me.
false.
False.
Ride with me on that. It's true. You're gonna
Nope.
regret it.
Yeah, it's true. Bulls are colorblind.
I figured out. I'm like 1 for 4 now. So 1 for 8 probably.
I'm still
It's
taking a baby sip.
basically the movements of the bullfighter and the flag is what they see as a threat. That's what pisses them off.
Okay.
So not the color.
All right. Here's some interesting news.
So all the bloods out there, you're safe.
Everybody that knows Amway out there, Amway is bringing back standing only service.
What's Amway?
Which is
Amway trains,
Oh, okay.
commuter trains.
Yeah.
So no seats?
No standing. So the third car will be standing only service. It used to be popular. It was banned in 1956, but they're bringing it back. They're rebranding it as Super Economy, with 45-centimeter wide circles painted on the floor to indicate each traveler's personal space.
I'm gonna go true.
True or false?
I'm going true on that.
false, and I hope it's false because fuck that.
Ride
Stand up, I
the
wanna
train
sit on
with
my
me on
ass.
Well, they
this.
do it in New York. So you
True.
can barely-
Thank you, Kyle. You
I'm an
understand.
American, and I want to sit on my ass. False.
True.
True, false. It's false.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm American. I want to sit on my ass.
That's what the other two cars are for.
What is true though, that is Banned in 1956 due to standing only.
See, yeah,
Wow.
that's such a specific.
See, yeah, when you said that, and then they're gonna bring it back, and the white circles is what got me. I thought it was-
45 centimeter wide
That's
circles.
what made me question
indicating
it, to be
that
honest.
each traveler's personal space.
Because there'd be people throwing hands like, "Get
yeah.
the fuck out of my circle!" I'm paying $119 a month for this circle.
He starts tearing up as he's
Whoa,
yelling.
119, I hope not.
Yeah, speaking
What
of
you-
like,
I
who
paid
said they do
$20
it in
bucks?
New York? Like, this would be crazy if they had it like they forced this on New York, man.
No,
People live in- that's what
It's
you get.
basically, that's how it is in New York anyways. You're
Yeah.
not getting a seat without
Hell no.
sitting on a
Like,
knife.
oh,
Yeah.
45, 45, I'm going to stand in there inside your 45 with
seven
you.
seats.
I'll hug
This
you.
is 7 seat circle, asshole.
You don't think I'll hug
Go
you?
over there.
You don't think I'll hug you?
Like, yeah, but there's a dude fucking throwing up and shitting his pants over there by my circle, so I'm going to stand in
But he's got a lovely singing voice, so I'm a little confused.
He has a saxophone. I
Can
don't
hit the
know.
guitar real nice.
Saxophonist.
He's a saxophonist.
Saxophonist.
All right, so when Adolf Hitler heard about the U.S.
Oh, nope, already.
Hold on.
Already.
Go ahead.
Already.
Go ahead. This is funny.
Come on.
When Adolf Hitler heard about the U.S. joining the war, he reportedly turned to his Air Force commander, the Luftwaffe, and said, "Good. Hopefully, they bring some American soda with them."
Luftwaffe.
True.
True.
I'm saying false.
So you said true?
Was that true?
True? El falso? It is false.
Yes.
Was anything of that nature said?
No.
Okay.
I disagree with it because it sounds funny.
Is that funny?
All right.
I almost said soda.
Use the soda with
I think it said loose waffle.
Luftwaffe.
Loose waffle.
All right.
Didn't he create the Volkswagen?
No.
I mean, you should have said that.
Should have said that, eh?
It was created for
The Germans.
like Germans, yeah, like for the German war effort though.
It was.
Pretty shitty. All right, here's a success story for you though.
Let's hear it.
Surprising success story. There's a mail-in order club where you join as a member, you pay a monthly fee, and they send you artisanal olive oils in the mail. The owners said that this has been such a huge success that they've actually had to limit the amount of memberships that they take per month. So many people have been ordering these olive oils by mail. Artisanal olive oils.
Orange and dark chocolate.
Exactly, yeah. Very high class olive
I hate when
oils.
Kyle does these because
That,
I don't know.
They had to limit the memberships, and they just couldn't take any more.
Read them. I can't read them.
It's
I'm
tough
looking
to
right at
read.
them. I can't fucking read them.
I'm gonna go true. True.
I'm gonna say
'cause
true.
I like how his eyes looked on
For
that
the
one.
love of God, let this be false. I cannot
You
take
know,
it if it's true.
dude, people in their artisanal olive oils.
It's true.
Jesus.
Oh, that's good.
But how ridiculous.
I can only have 100.
Like, literally, there was a video interview of the guy being like, "We just couldn't keep up with demand." There's so many...
He's like running his hand.
So many
through
people want
his
these
hair.
damn
Hold
artisanal
on.
olive oils. How much salad do these people eat?
He's like the reporter doesn't like. The reporter's just there, and he's like, "You don't believe me? You don't believe me?" And the reporter's like, he's like, "I'll show you." And like he pulls out a file cabinet of just look at these.
Okay. It is a fact that alcohol can actually drop your body temperature.
So it's true because you just said fact. No, it heats you up. You drink some whiskey, you're damn sure
yeah.
getting hotter.
Well, hold on now.
But maybe that's just like a reverse psychology.
Yeah.
No, you've heard the thing of like the dog with the liquor, the bourbon barrel underneath his neck that goes out to rescue people, and like they drink.
Bird dog.
Yeah, like for like people in the mountains.
Mountain dog or whatever. those
Yeah,
things are called.
like
You
for
mean
the
the shit that's
Same
in those
yard.
old cartoons?
That's a real thing though.
that is a real thing, and like they would bring bourbon to them so they would be able to drink it and they would be able to
heat
stay
up.
warmer longer.
So false.
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 It's actually true.
Damn.
What it does is it warms the blood vessels closest to your skin, like so it makes you feel like you're warm. But
I know MythBusters did an episode on that. I didn't know if it was true or false.
Already.
Fart will warm you up.
you gotta stop doing that because you got my kid doing it.
And then he ripped on the other day.
He just looked right at the mirror and was like, like smiled. It's like good
No,
job.
when I went to change his diaper, it's like it was like one little. You said
Oh,
it was
hush,
like,
Nina.
That sounds
Are
like
you
a
getting
little
another
turtle.
beer?
It was one little turtle that like had shot like sideways through his
Let's do a
diaper.
shot.
I'm gonna get a beer though. Anyone need a breeze?
And don't call me Nina.
He hates it. He hates it. No one knows who this mystery Nina is. Like Nina Brown, baby. Like Nina Brown.
Oh, Titsby Johnson. She left.
I'm good. Splayed him. All right. Anyways, moving on with the game.
For the record, if you didn't hear, we only have 2 beers left. We're in.
We started with 40 today.
All right, we're gonna do the shooter. Real
Oh,
quick.
another moonshine o'clock shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mine's open.
It is 10:40
Sorry to
shine.
tell everybody this
Ooh.
moonshine about to go down.
Here we
Oh,
go.
God.
Moonshine shot alert. Tap glass. Hit table. Shoot him.
Tap class hit table's a cool name for a person.
Tap class hit. Like Hitman.
Tap class.
That one was way worse.
That was
He shook it up a little bit. That
no raisin. No reason for that.
Crispy. It's crispy. That's all I can say.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, I feel that one.
So
Feel the rush.
here's
tonight.
mine.
That's me too.
To battle the Amazon Alexa's success, Google has come out with an outdoor version called Google Gnome.
False.
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 I don't like the way that
I've
sounds.
never heard a single word.
If I was a
about
test group, I'd shoot that down.
It's false.
You want a shooter? Yeah, you
that.
do.
It's like a quarter.
Just a
No, I'm
quarter
good.
one.
No, I don't feel like hating myself the rest of the day.
Just for a.
I feel good.
You want to split this beer?
Nope. You're all right. I'm all right with it.
You sure? You have nothing to drink now.
Yeah, give me some of that beer.
Okay.
In the shot glass with.
Nope.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
good. I'm good. I'm all right.
Chase the shot with the beer.
No, I'm all right about it. Work comes early tomorrow.
All right. All right.
You're up.
Yeah.
Last round. It's the last question everyone's got.
Yep.
Yeah. My questions are on my
I
phone.
have 2 more, but I don't know which one to pick.
Uh-oh.
All right, here we go. There are more people living in New York than the entirety of Canada.
That's true. Oh, no, it's California. It's more in California than there is in Canada, so I say false.
Yeah, false.
False.
Damn it. Yeah, it's false. It's false, everyone. I lied.
Yep.
And now you drink.
I'm a liar.
A cheater. And a sphincter.
Yeah.
Alrighty, last one. Not as successful as the last story, sorry. Alright. A African American man was dressed in
Black.
He's
You can say
black. He's,
Black, ladies and gentlemen.
he's
Black.
super black.
I'm just trying to be POC here. But
Wait, what?
PC.
PC.
POC.
Politically correct.
No, go ahead. No, it's all right.
Politically and officially correct is what he meant.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Either way, a black man, African American man, dressed. I dropped my paper. Forget it. I know it by heart. Don't touch
take it.
Wait.
it. Dressed in all white, with the words "privilege" across him, so signifying white privilege. Was walking around the neighborhood and was shot by another African American / black man because he thought this gentleman dressed in the all white privilege costume was a KKK member. So he was wearing all white with the words privilege across his chest.
I think
So,
I've seen this skit.
He got shot.
on
I'm just
Chappelle
gonna
show.
say true.
I'm gonna say true.
Hope that's false.
I'm gonna say true.
But
No,
in this day
I'm
and
saying
age,
false.
who knows?
Going false.
I said true.
Where you going?
False.
I'm going false. I hope that's
False.
is false.
Yeah.
You know what that would do to the world right now?
That's terrible.
All right,
That would
so
suck. That would suck. That'd be a loss. That would be a loss.
No, that was good. Here's an Easter egg for everyone. If you can find where we had technical difficulties in this, you take a shot. And,
Wait, are we actually recording right
yeah,
now?
we're yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, okay, good.
What
I have no idea.
You never
have
let
no
them
idea.
know when you're recording.
So, whose turn? DJ
It's Romero's turn.
Romero.
All right. Albert Einstein failed math.
That's false.
True.
It's true.
That's false. Everyone knows it's false. No,
True.
it's a ride with me on this one, guys. It's false.
Why does no one ever just believe you when you're right? But it's false.
Yeah.
He failed then.
Entrance exam. He didn't fail. He actually excelled in math.
That's how you failed now.
Turn that mic sideways so y'all can get that blue light on you.
I don't even think any of that picked up. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't.
We'll find out.
We'll find
Only the listener will know.
All right. Next.
out. All right. Next up on the old
Brock,
list.
listener.
You botched that one, buddy.
What? Well, because you said the listener, so I did
Okay.
Brock listener instead of Lesnar.
Yeah,
3 males dressed as nuns
none.
are on the run after attempted armed robbery at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania.
I'm gonna say true.
They went to town on McDonald's.
I was gonna say they.
Yes!
Yes,
That's true. I hope it's damn true.
I'm gonna go true because I
3
want
men dressed as nuns.
False.
True.
True? False?
True.
true.
Tell me someone went to town on McDonald's.
It's false.
Damn it!
It was 2 dressed as nuns, and it was a bank. No, that actually did happen.
It was. It was big. we saw it on the same website.
Damn it!
No, I just saw that. That was like
would've
an
been better
actual
if
Twitter news moments news story.
Yep.
It would have been better if they went to town on
McDonald's, dude,
man.
they didn't steal money; they just stole burgers. Like, give me all the cooked
Who can do a
burgers you
Boston
got.
accent? Like, we gotta. Like,
Not Lou. He tried for a
Nah.
long time that we'd had to tell him it was a New York
Yeah.
accent.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? I'm
get the
from
Big Macs to the
Boston. From New York. I'm from
I can't do it.
Boston.
Hey, what are you guys doing here? We're over here at the McDonald's, just eating some McBurgers, some McWallburgers,
Oh, we're destroying it. Strauss. Now you
some
have to-
McWallburgers. Come on down.
I'm from Boston.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm from Boston.
Oh, yeah,
Go
fucking
to,
Pepperidge Farms.
I go to Sox games.
you from Southie?
I feel like
Hey, you from Southie, huh? All right. That's pretty New York.
that was.
Oh, fuck you, Lou.
What do you guys mean, Wahlburgers?
So all the hopefully sane people, if you want to go like to town on McDonald's, please video that so the world can.
Please,
The guy in
Facebook
Subway.
Live
These
it.
are some good ass cookies. Who made these
A
cookies?
Subway guy?
Yeah.
He throws the whole rack. That's a
Or that
legend.
guy that got 1 million likes and he went into Chick-fil-A and was just skating just on the counter. It's so funny. He was like ranch dressing just dripped on the
Chick-fil-A?
counter, just going through it. Everybody's watching. He's celebrating that he got like 1 million views. I got 1 million views. And, just pours ranch dressing, all the packets he could of everything on the counter at Chick-fil-A. And just going right through it like it's a water slide, like
Oh
it's
my
slip inside,
God.
dude.
Amazing.
Really funny.
Would you do
video.
that for 1 million views?
Yeah.
Would you do that for 1 million
I
views?
don't know, but I would do.
The
something
funny part
similar.
is he was celebrating getting 1 million views on another video,
But would you do that for 1 million
and
views?
that probably got like 5 million views.
Probably.
Yeah, I would 1 million views. Yeah. Chick-fil-A didn't mind. They're like, heck yeah! Like, what's going on here?
Like, how may we serve you today, sir? It's been a pleasure. My pleasure. It's
been real.
For you to squirt ranch on my
See?
face.
There's some guy chasing him as he's sliding with a blanket and pillow. Like, sir, do you need this? No, I'm fine. Chick-fil-A, dude, shout out, great
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, you are a hero, sir.
So stay tuned for this last little bit. We're gonna play the drinking game from last week that never got aired.
Then we'll get into the
The interview
The
with
interview.
Aphex Arcade. But so we're gonna close it out right here, and then we're gonna after I close it out.
We actually have a special closeout. That's why.
Yeah, we have a special closeout. So shall we just end it like a commercial?
Yeah, let's do it.
And so we're gonna end it like a commercial, and then there's gonna be a segment where we go with the drinking game from last week.
Yep.
Where I got destroyed, and then after that, the interview. Okay.
Yeah.
So all right, stay tuned. This is the end of this, and then you got the one from last week, and then the interview. So stay tuned.
Yep.
This is the Void Podcast. Hello. So, no! Is that one of them? Oh!
Let me confirm.
All right.
It is.
Dang it.
Good stuff.
You might be wondering
What in the world is
what
going on?
what in the world this is. Oh man.
Oh wait, go ahead and take another one.
Oh, what?
That's true.
DJ, could you explain?
Oh, yes. So as Lewis is taking shots of Johnny Walker Red Label, this isn't the usual open. This is more of a cold open to the podcast.
Freezing.
It's freezing, basically, because how cold the... Well, I'm sorry that we have cold scotch in the first place, but... So we started this game. It's Lewis versus Kyle, and they both have a word bank for each other. And if the other person says a word in their word bank, they have to take a shot. So we're a minute and 12 seconds into this podcast, and Lou is already 2 shots down.
That's why they call me Big One.
The big one is certainly living up to his name, as that one is
Big One wasn't on your word bank,
is
dude?
in first place.
That's guaranteed.
Clearly, Kyle played it a lot smarter than Lou has so far. Lou probably has words like Poughkeepsie, New York, and
Saskatchewan.
Parsnips and Saskatchewan.
I'm scared to talk.
He can't. He's not scared to talk. He just can't talk because of how many shots he's taking at the moment.
As the host, you have to do the most talking.
So this is a cold open. If you've ever seen Saturday Night Live, that's kind of what it's like right now. Live from Tallahassee.
Here we go.
It's the Void
The Void
Podcast.
Podcast.
This is number 2.
Number 2 going down the gullet.
Here we go. Oh.
That's a little behind the scenes for you. Lou, why don't you bring us in to the intro?
Yeah?
You watch that on beer?
No, this is a special. After we did 10 episodes, I really thought that it would be cool to give a change of pace on the intro. So, also, I'm not sure if those words are in his word
He
bank.
also can't see straight right now.
I don't know.
He's afraid to say it.
I really am. I'm terrified.
That's funny too.
To my right,
That'd be me.
DJ. Dude, no, I'm just waiting for you. I'm waiting for it. There we go. Another one. To my right, DJ Levi,
How's it going?
the producer. Okay, good. In front of me, Kyle Strauss.
Big one.
AKA Big One.
There we go. To my left, Romero. Double Phones Jones.
You didn't want to say double phones is really funny, actually.
Dulciphones Jonas.
Do you know any Dutch? You might as well just speak in that for the rest of the podcast.
Isn't that English?
What?
Wait. Isn't
You're gonna be talking Scottish.
I'm thinking of a Dutch
You know that
accent.
bottle
Hold
there,
on.
son.
Just put out a disclaimer. This episode is heavily alcohol influenced already.
and,
It's true.
So, what's today's date? We don't like to date our podcast. That's not one? All right, we don't like to date the podcast, but
It's 24th
Oh, there
of
you go.
August.
Take another one.
Yeah.
But
What?
Three down.
3 down.
In 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Record time.
How would you lose it this bad?
I didn't expect it.
The best part is this is Lewis's game he thought of about 10
Yeah,
minutes
I'm getting
before
my
we
ass
aired
kicked.
today.
That's not one.
Ass kicked? No.
I don't know. Hold on.
Wait.
Can you hear this? Shh.
Since DJ is the moderator of this thing, can I help?
Yes.
Can I set
You
up
could
the
definitely
ad-libs?
help.
Here we go.
As in Lewis? All
Oh,
right.
yes, you can.
If I see any of Strauss's words, I'm going to set you up the same.
Oh man. Hey, go. Hey, man. Here's my list. If you want to help me, you want to be like little devil's instigator here. Look at my list. Tell me those aren't good words for one.
Well, I think Kyle played a little smarter than you
What?
did.
That's a
You
good
can't go
list.
the whole podcast without saying this stuff.
No. Give me the list back. I don't want you to look at it
Give me
anymore.
my list back. It's all bad.
I don't want you to look at it.
I'm just saying, it's only like one word on there that he'll probably say.
That's sad, Lou. You could have thought of some better stuff.
No, there's a lot on there, man. Come on.
This is about
All right, here's 3 down the hatch.
Got some in your eyelash mustache.
So I'm trying to grow a mustache, and it's not working out too good.
And beat people up that headband.
Wearing
Hey, what you talking about my headband, man?
the best thing about a podcast is you can't see what the hell they're wearing. So
his head is like 1984, and the body, like, his torso is like a solo.
I swear to God, when I was walking up, he was standing on the balcony. And he goes, "What's up, white boy?" And I looked up like, "What the hell?" And I swear to God, I thought he had a bowl cut because of that. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Not too far out of the realm.
speaking of 1985, I've been reading Ready Player One, a good book. Also, it's football season. We have FSU Alabama. Also, these guys have what movie did y'all watch? Monday.
What happened to Monday?
What happened to Monday?
We're gonna spoiler-free review that.
Yes. All this is coming right now on the podcast.
What podcast is that?
I was expecting, like, I just imagine after I
People
said,
clapping.
well, not that, but like some kind of, like, imagine that being the lead in to the podcast, and then, well, to the podcast, and like the intro, and then like, welcome to the
There you
podcast.
go. Take another one. Welcome.
Really?
Oh, it's true.
Oh no!
It's damn true.
Hell yeah!
I'm the best at this game. Dude.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad I'm not in this.
And the bad thing about it, I saw this going no other way.
Well,
There you go. Take another one.
You already lost. We're still in the intro.
That's all 5, guys.
this has been the worst game. Welcome back to the Void Podcast. And so with us today, we got a special guest. My friend Steven, my friend at over there at Aphex Arcade. And
Hey there.
there we go. I was waiting for that. And he's a longtime friend. I met him back in the Modern Warfare 2 days.
Oh Jesus, that was quite a doozy. Also, nonetheless, because you were trying
Yeah.
to troll me.
I was trying to recruit people for the SAR clan, and
oh my God, SAR.
remember that was a thing.
Silent
Yes.
Attack Regiment. Oh man. Now,
I remember I looked at your bio
wow.
on Xbox Live, and it said you're from New York. And I was like, "Hey, is there anyone from New York in here?" And you were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, I'm
yeah,
from
what's
New York
up?"
too." And
This is how this motherfucker started.
yeah, it
talking
was
to me. I
really
like-
fun. And then
And then
from
from there, like he just started inviting me to games out of nowhere. We just kind of clicked from that, though. That was the weird part.
like then we had a clan going, playing little game battles, and I guess that I don't know if that was your first time getting into esports, but I mean, if it wasn't very serious. I mean, it was game battles, so I mean, take that for what it is.
I was doing locals in Tekken 6 at the time, so that was
Okay.
kind of my thing. But it wasn't esports. It was just like locals. I didn't have money to travel out anyway at the time.
When did you first start playing competitive? Well, at least for fighting games.
Competitively, I started with Mortal Kombat 9. That's when I started, working at the time. I was like 18 at the time. I had no sponsor or anything, so everything was coming out of my pocket. I did have my car and permit, so I still like risked the trips to go out of state to compete. So I used to compete regularly, every month at local battles, which is up in New Jersey. They had a salty sessions type of thing, or salty battles that they called it.
Good name.
Yeah, salty battles. I know it was the greatest thing, but it was great turnout still because we had like Chris G, Alex Valle used to go there, like well-known people used to go there, NYC Fab, and I was like the only Liu Kang player showing up from New York to compete at these places. So
Right.
that's
So you
essentially
built
where
rivalries, though.
I got my first taste at the competitions and stuff like that, because it was just different from like local scene. Because local scene, you just see like the same like 3 or 5 people, and you just kind of like build off that. Yeah, I guess, but it's not really like you're not really learning from that, because it's like, all right, there's small turnouts of like 8 or like 9 people, and then like when you go to like a bigger location, it was like a land center type of thing, but it was pretty big. You have like 50, 60, 70 people in a bracket. I was just like, oh Jesus. Like, all right, I'm here at like 7 at night, and I didn't get out until like 3 in the morning. So it's like it was a different experience for me. And then from there, I just branched off from Mortal Kombat 9 to back into Tekken Tag, and then Killer Instinct came out, and that's where I mostly.
So you've
made
been
me step
traveling all
into
around.
more
This is
esports because I started going to like
when did you know?
Chicago,
Was there a
Florida,
match
stuff like that, and eventually.
or a moment where you thought, "All right, this is it. I can do this. I'm going to be on a team. We're going to compete for money, and this is what I'm going to do." Oh, heck!
My first main tournament would have to be CEO last year. What it was that it was like 5 years I didn't compete for straight 5 years, and so I wanted to keep coming back to the scene, but I just kept stopping myself from doing it. And my buddy Bass, for Ultra Arcade, he's another player that basically talked me into going to Florida. He's like, dude, you keep talking about this stuff, try going to CEO, see where you feel, how you feel it out, this and that, and see if it's something that you think you can maintain. If it's something that you don't feel anything out of, then don't do it anymore. Showed up after 5 years of not playing. I showed up to compete for Killer Instinct, and I got 17th place out of 190 man bracket, something like that. So it was my first time competing, and I was like one of the like rash players there, and I got 17th place. And
that is so
apparently the
cool.
placement
I like
picked
that.
up,
That's like, so you basically
the
just
attention of someone from Onslaught Esports, and they basically picked me up as their Killer Instinct player from there.
kicked ass and chewed bubble gum, and you were all out of gum. So
Basically, yeah.
So did you watch the recent SummerSlam? Because I know you used
I don't
to
watch
you used to
wrestling
be
anymore,
really
man.
big in it as doing street fights and stuff. And I really want to
my
touch
old
on
wrestling days.
I missed that. I missed that a lot.
Oh man, I haven't done wrestling in like years, dude. I've grown out of that. Ironically enough, that was the thing that kept me in shape. I got fat. So I used to do a lot of like indie wrestling. I used to do EWA before they branched off into UWA now. I used to do CWA. There was 2KW, JRW. There was a couple other feds out there, but I came from which is shunned upon backyard wrestling. So that's where I came from. But I actually was trained under Ace Arena, which was up in Jersey City before they closed down. They came back, but they're in no location. But I trained there, so I knew how to take a bump. I knew this and that, so I knew what I was doing. It's just, of course, you're very limited to your surroundings because we ended up building our own wrestling ring over at EWA, and I tried out there weekly, and it was pretty cool.
Jeez.
Yeah, but
I know
honestly,
it's
that was, like,
hilarious.
the last
I
time.
still
I haven't
use-
wrestled since I was like 19, 18.
This wasn't your persona, but there was someone in y'all's little ring of people that I saw. John Justice. I still use.
Oh my god!
I still use that name for so many things.
Oh my god, that guy was quite the character. Who hated me? Oh boy. I was such a little shit. I was such a little shit back then, dude.
So before we got on and recording, we were talking about I was talking about your YouTube channel and how much it's grown, and I really like it as far as where it's gone. I wanted to ask this. So, do you know who Chaos X Silencer is? Chaos X Silencer? You ever heard of him?
Nah.
So he was a big Call of Duty YouTuber, and recently he's been changing his content on YouTube from Call of Duty to top 10s of like all video games and stuff. Do you think that's going to be something you're going to do in the future, where you're going to have to change your content to something that you may not necessarily like, but it's going to keep your channel going and growing? And you have a loyal fan base.
Honestly, because I've been doing YouTube for no joke for 10 years. And I've been maintaining the same type of thing I've been doing. I've started the channel off fighting games because that's what I was doing when we were doing the whole SAR thing, but I was kind of like branching into fighting games and everything by doing like combo videos, tutorials, stuff like that. Getting into, basically like terminology, stuff like that. And then I started doing Let's Plays because, I want to try that out. And it was fun. And I met all these amazing people through just by that. But I still do fighting games on the side. Like, I do vlogs when I'm at these events. I have videos from tournaments and everything like that, first to 10 sets of other pro players and just other viewers that want to get into these games and they personally want to set against me, be like, hey, just figure out something. So I never had to change my content really, and I still don't feel the need to do that because that's what I built and established myself off of. And I really do.
I see all the fan drawings of you and stuff that you post. I really like that. That's good. A lot of them are really good too.
They make me cute.
I was going to say, I guess you wouldn't post the really bad ones. Like a stick figure with some.
No. I appreciate all the fan art. I don't
There's
care
no
about,
bad
like, stick
fan art.
figures. No,
Yeah, take the time to do
there
it.
is no such thing as bad fan art, and it can be like a stick figure. You can make me look all discombobulated. I'll still love it. I don't mind because people take the time to do it.
And it's supposed to be you, and they made it for you. So yeah, I get that. It makes it look nice.
Yeah.
So on your YouTube channel, you have your computer rig, your specs on that. Is that up to date?
As of right now, I have to update my graphics card basically because I think I'm running like a 780 still, but I'm still able to run these games no problem. I do want to upgrade it to like a 1080.
We're in the midst of building a second
like,
computer. Cause
Yeah, it's pretty up to date in terms of other parts. Like I just have to change graphics cards. That's about it. Oh yeah.
we're actually designing a game called Resistor, and it's a cyberpunk world. But I was going to ask you, zombies for a while was the de facto next big thing. Walking Dead. You had was Left 4 Dead, Nazi zombies. all that. And zombies, the craze for zombies took over. And now I feel like it's died down a little bit. And do you think Cyberpunk is the next big thing? Or if not Cyberpunk, what is? What's the next big video game genre? Oh, by far.
It's really hard to say at this point, honestly. Definitely the zombie trend definitely ran its course already. You had what was that, Warm Bodies, whatever it was. They tried to romanticize that shit. We had every like Call of Duty game had a zombie mode at this point. It's just like, they're just recycling the same thing, but they're trying to like little new twists here and there, but it just wasn't really piquing those interests anymore. And I don't know, like if Cyberpunk, I could see that maybe being the next trend, because there are a couple of indie games that are revolving around that. Like for instance, I think it's called like Power Punch, is like another indie game that's like it's a fighting game though, but it's somewhat of a sci-fi cyberpunk type of thing, but it's more towards the sci-fi thing, so it does have that little twist of cyberpunk a little bit to it. I could probably see that being the next trend.
The Cyberpunk
E3 did showcase a couple indie games. There was like that 8-bit style one.
2077?
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, like that,
Yeah.
whenever that comes out.
Oh my god, that caught my attention so much. I'm a sucker for like 8-bit style, like pixel art style, like games. I'm a sucker for.
It's just unfortunate we're going to have to wait around until 2023 to play that game, it feels like.
No,
Yeah.
Jesus, please don't say that. I don't want.
So
I don't
I
wanna
think
be that old.
2077 is the year it comes out. Am I correct? That's not the.
Oh Jesus!
That's not the title.
Oh. Damn it! Well, so much for that.
But so Minecraft, have you given up on Minecraft at all?
Oh man, I get this question all the time. So if people don't know, we still want to do it. Me and the Derp crew, we ended up starting Derpcraft, which is essentially every now and then members of the Derp crew like myself, Chill, Z, Golm, John Page, and Tom Fox. We basically take turns playing Minecraft. We get a session usually between like 4 of the members out of the 6, and we just play. It ends up turning into like a podcast type of thing, also because we're just shooting shit the entire time.
That's what Minecraft's good for. Is talking and then just in the background just build stuff. Like it's like in a weird way, Minecraft turns out to be the background noise. I like that.
And we're already like maybe up to like our 7th season, as we call it, only because when we call it season, it's literally just we stopped playing because we got bored for like a year, and then we'll play it again because people ask us to bring it back, and then it repeats itself. At this point, Derpcraft did come to a halt only because we were recording other games, and it's just like a lot of games coming out at this point, so it's also just trying to get everyone to basically, get on the same schedule, I guess you could say. It's not, we can't force someone to be like, hey, you got to be free at this time. Like, I can be recording with this person, and then, Z can be recording with this other person, it happens, scheduling kind of conflicts.
Okay,
and stuff
so
like that.
it's about like between
halted.
season 7 and
It's been
season
like
8
maybe
of Game of
since,
Thrones.
I would say February. Since the last session.
You got an
Basically.
18-month period there where it's just gonna hang out.
18-month period while we wait for everyone to finally be free.
So what's your favorite movie?
Geez.
It could be favorite movie of right
Ooh,
now.
favorite
Could be of all
movie.
time.
Holy shit. Favorite movie.
If you were stuck on an island, this island is like a relatively big island. Like there's some trees, obviously some sand, some nice shallow water with some sharp rocks laying about. Could be a landmine for your foot. Storm hits about twice a year, big storm. But for whatever reason, you have a TV on this island that has a VCR, and this VCR is a good quality VCR. It's almost like a Betamax, but
Jesus Christ.
but it's held up good.
Yeah, that's
What
one hell of a
movie?
VCR. I'm pretty
What
surprised by this
movie would you
VCR.
want on there?
Don't be a menace to the South Central while drinking a juice to the
That's
hood.
what I'm talking about.
That's a good one.
I fucking love that movie, dude. Like,
Oh,
second
okay.
will be Clerks and Clerks 2, but number one, it has to be Don't Be a Menace.
Oh yeah,
I
dude.
love
Speaking
Don't Be a
of
Menace. I
movies-
could quote that movie for hours and hours and not get bored of that movie still. It's such a great movie.
Ready Player One. I'm sure you've seen the trailer for it. Well,
Actually, no, surprisingly, no, I haven't seen that. I've heard it, but I haven't seen the trailer
well, that's a problem. You need to fix that. It's a good trailer.
yet. Uh-oh.
It you know what it's about? Okay, well,
No.
just basically you got video game, movie, pop culture icons spread throughout this virtual reality, and they're all battling basically. In the movie, that's what it looks like. The book's a little bit different. I was gonna ask your opinion on that, but moving on.
All right, wait. So based on what I literally just skimmed like the whole trailer.
Yeah, this,
as you were saying that. So everything's just like virtual reality. I'm taking it. Cause I see like everyone's like,
Yeah,
yeah, everything's all virtual reality from what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, it's this in the future. The world sucks, and so everyone goes into this virtual reality.
Wow,
called the Earth.
it took him to realize the world sucks in the future. No way. Not like it doesn't suck now, but all right. Let's just wait for the future.
Donald Trump is still president in the year 2044 when this takes place.
Oh, that's awful. Jesus Christ. So basically what I'm skimming through, I'm getting like that. What's that movie called? The Gamer. What was it? What was his name? I forgot the actor's name. But I know John Leguizamo was in. He fucking died in that movie. Was it The Gamer? Was it the kid was able to control like? There you go. Yeah. Yeah, the kid controls.
Oh
Gerard
yeah,
Butler,
that was a good movie.
He goes
I
real.
like
He's
that.
like, "Hey, you fucking asshole! Don't you realize I'm a real person? I'm real. Don't you know I'm real?" Like, I would love for that Gamer to be remade right now with Arnold Schwarzenegger
with Nicolas
instead.
Cage.
Not
Yeah,
Nicolas Cage. Fuck
Nicolas
that
Cage.
guy.
Think about that.
That guy's dead. He's a dead meme. He's a dead meme. Man. Nicolas Cage could be John Leguizamo's character where he could fucking die for all I care.
Think about Nicolas Cage controlling Brendan Fraser.
Oh, Jesus.
That's-
Brendan Fraser would not even be in that movie. Not that he can get another acting job. Look at the remake of The Mummy. They just fucking shit canned him and put it with Tom Cruise. Even then, that movie still sucked.
Get Tom Cruise's character from Risky Business. Just at some point,
He's the gamer. Oh my lord.
he is the game.
It's gonna look like freaking player unknown battlegrounds then, because he's gonna be in his drawers and shit just running around with a gun. That's basically what it's gonna look like, the equivalent to that.
Well, your character
so that's
resets
the,
to
like, the vibe
level
that I'm
one.
getting
and you
off
can't,
player
like-
one, dude. It just reminds me of the gamer because everything's virtual reality. You're controlling this virtual person, and I take it that if you fucking die, you die in real life. I'm assuming.
recreate them or anything. You can't you lose everything. It's a huge deal, I guess, because it takes forever to level up. So dying in that's a real big deal. That's how it is in the book. I don't know how it is.
Dude,
in the movie, but
I would kill myself if I lost my level 100 character. Like he was like all maxed out and everything, and I just got fucking like hit by a car out of nowhere, and it like instant killed me.
GTA
I'll just take
ragdoll
off-
style.
Yeah, exactly. I would take off the headset and everything. Like, I'm done. I ain't doing this again. Yeah, I'd be like in my fucking mid-50s after all that. I'd be like, I ain't doing this again.
Walk outside, instantly go blind from the sun.
Basically,
It's dark out and the moon blinds you. You're just like, Jesus.
God, how long have I been grinding that level?
Right, so you're on this island still. You have this VCR and your movie. You also got speakers with an aux cord. And if you have an iPhone, you have a dongle. What genre of music are you going to be listening to on this island? Okay.
Bro, I'll be listening to like freaking experimental and progressive. Like I'll be blasting Mars Volta, freaking at the drive-in. Oh my lord.
Synthwave?
The list can go on. That's my thing. You know, that or it would either be that or if depending on just because of the type of person I am. I would like put on probably a lot of lo-fi type of stuff. I'll put like Nujabes, freaking Flying Lotus, Joji, Yeah. Well,
Okay.
not like a synthwave, but it's like more like in a hip hop level.
Trip hop.
But like I'm a person.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the guy that I could just listen to instrumentals all day. Like that's just me. That just
Lo-fi, trip hop, that kind of stuff, and synthwave. Like we're huge synthwave fans over here. That's what we do with the resistor and the cyberpunk world. So like we're all into it as far as the music. But anything experimental, decent. I wouldn't, because if you choose, like I don't know, a regular group, was that don't speak on the burning banner. Who's that? Who's No Doubt? Yeah, if you choose like No Doubt, you're done. You're gonna find one of those sharp rocks in the water.
I can make my own synthwave. Screw that, man. I could be like, shit, hold on. I gotta think of something. Be like, Lewis is my favorite lover. And then like you have to like add like stupid freaking like mixes into that. Just be like, oh man, hit like once that bass drops with like dubstep, you'd be like, Lewis is my favorite love. And just everything goes downhill from there.
I like that. God, that's funny. Did you say something?
Yeah, so I have a question for you. Not as obscure as maybe Lou's questions, but so on your channel, I see that you have done a couple of videos on PAX East.
Yeah.
On a more personal level, because anyone can watch the videos and you describe pretty well what you see there, and they see what you see. But on a personal level, what is the best thing about PAX East and going to those? Yeah.
Oh man, PAX East and all these conventions. Like at the point where I am now, it's become to where it's just like I'm a guest now, basically, because it's all about business now. Unfortunately, I hate saying it that way, because I want everyone to be like, "Oh my God, he's a fucking sellout." Oh my God. But it's not even that. It's because it's networking now. I'm at a point where like I have to network, and so me and my buddies will, either as a group or individually, we'll talk to other developers there, this and that, check out this game, we'll set up times. And the best part though for me, because when I first started attending these events, I was a nobody still. I still say I'm a fucking nobody. I'm small time still. It was all about meeting all of my friends from online and everything like that for the first time, especially when my first PAX East, like, Jesus Christ, like 4 years ago, I would say. It was like the first time I met like all my online friends, and it was that's the more important thing to me. Meeting everyone from online, just not because we're all spread out everywhere, and not only that, but just to meet fans. Honestly, I'm such an awkward mess. I'm like an awkward mess when I meet people. Like so. Like I could be like running around because I'm always running around. That's the thing about PAX East now. PAX East, RTX, all these conventions, MagFest. I'm always running around because I have to do stuff. Unfortunately, I had to go to like the Twitch booth and then like meet people there, and then I go to like say Capcom, like for example, like I'll go to Capcom and then do something for them, and it's just that's how it is. But like in between that, I'm getting stopped nonstop because people want to take a picture or they want to autograph. And honestly, like that enlightens me because I'm just like, holy shit, like I'm actually making people happy. So that's the best part for me, honestly.
That sounds awesome. That sounds like for everybody who hasn't been to PAX East, that's what they want to get into. But now that you've done it for a couple of years, it's like, yeah, I've done it. And it's like,
yeah.
I thought you were going to say your favorite part of it was that it's actually on the East Coast and you don't have to travel so many thousand miles.
Oh man, 4-hour drive.
Oh yeah,
still a killer on my
I hear that.
Yeah.
I ain't getting any younger. I'm starting to feel it.
Yeah, you have a favorite conference? Very cool.
Favorite conference, I would have to say it's a mix between PAX East and RTX. Yeah, because RTX is just because it's more Rooster Teeth based and it's out in Texas. Just I hate freaking sun
really
over there,
cool.
but just hanging out in Texas is really nice because a lot of my buddies are there. Ritz and Galm and Tom now is all out there. And And it's just, it's a different type of thing, only because, we're doing more stuff with the Rooster Teeth guys. So it's just like, being a guest there was pretty cool. I was like, holy shit, Rooster Teeth has us as a guest. That's pretty awesome. PAX East, I would say, is because just because all the new games are coming out at the time, they're announcing everything, and just, it's a bigger
cool.
stage basically. And again, just seeing everyone, that's pretty much, like, all these conventions are awesome, but it's just like I have to pick PAX East out of everything though.
So back to esports, because I miss playing like Call of Duty competitively and all that, and I haven't done it since my Ghost. But esports definitely on the rise as far as sports goes. Do you think esports is the next big thing in sports? Let me ask you this: if esports was a stock, would you be investing into that stock right now? Do you think it's going to go higher than what it is right now? Is it going to be in the
Olympics? Already
Olympics?
getting to that point. I mean, if you're already now starting to get broadcasted on ESPN, that says a lot. A lot of people are not liking that. The jockeys, dudes at bars, be like, what the fuck is this shit? I've actually had that.
Like the next Olympics?
Allegedly,
like StarCraft or League of Legends?
There's going to be a esports part category in there. I mean, I think it was for League of Legends. I think I have to double check what game they want to start that off with. But or Street, I think it was either that or Street Fighter, because Capcom likes to push everyone with their freaking game.
Are you a fan
because
of League of Legends?
They pay the. I still play it every now and then, but I fucking hate the game. Like, the game pisses me off, but I still play it.
I tried playing it a while ago. Something about it, I don't know, something like those base games and like that and what's the other one on PS4? The God, it's like League of Legends.
Smite.
What? Huh?
Smite,
and then dude, I can't think of it. The first person one. It's really big on PS4. Why can't I think of this?
Paladins?
Huh?
Paladins,
No,
I think.
I don't know. Anyways, it'll come up to me. Like, I'll think of it right when we end this interview. And but whatever those just games, I don't know, something about it just they don't click with me. That Command and Conquer, when that was a thing, StarCraft, and I know those are totally different than League of Legends, but that it's in the same vein as base defending, and you got characters and stuff like that. Something about that, I don't know, don't really like it. But if they had a Call of Duty or CS:GO or even like a Mortal Kombat Olympics, dude, I would watch the hell out of that.
Bro, I'll be in there. Fuck that. I'll enter it. I still play it. I still play. I mean, I'm not a sponsored player. I'm one of the managers for Circuit Esports. But I still compete because that's where I come from, dude. Like, I got so more into esports lately. It's like I miss that feeling, and like I'll compete alongside our players. Like my buddy Nikki, and just like I'll be playing Killer Instinct, and apparently people say I'm a top player. I'm just like, I just play Rash. That's all I do. I just play a Battletoad. I just press buttons. No one can beat that for some reason. But like with the whole esports thing, I feel like it's already getting to that point where it's getting recognized as a big thing, because already, like I said, it's going on ESPN. It's been broadcasted Evo for 2 years straight. It was on Disney XD of all things. Smash was being broadcast on Disney XD, which it was ESPN because of course Street Fighter took over ESPN.
Yeah. Do you like the Street Fighter movie?
Get the hell out of here.
Street Fighter movie or Mortal Kombat movie?
That didn't even do any in that movie.
Okay, all right. Just trying to see if we're on the same page here.
Both of them were cheesy as all hell, but Street Fighter was just god awful because what the hell?
What about Universal Soldier?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Where does that rank as the best movies of all time? Yeah, Universal Soldier 2 with Bill Goldberg.
Oh my God, no, I gotta go. Time to cut this short, boys. I feel uncomfortable. I feel so attacked right now.
You know you like to watch that late at night. Bounce channel. You like to throw it on. Maybe you have it a low volume. You'll watch that.
All bundled up in a onesie. And a white blanket. My Bill Goldberg portrait hanging on my wall.
He should have been in more movies. Hollywood really dropped the ball on that one.
Bill Goldberg in more movies. Have you seen
Hey, hold up. That's a great movie.
I mean, John Cena was in the background. John Cena was in the background somewhere. He actually was.
I like that movie a lot. Is there a YouTuber you want to collaborate with? Like
A YouTuber that I want to collaborate with.
one that you haven't already?
I would love to collaborate with Markiplier just to fuck with him. As assholey as that sounds, only because it's just like I just want to do a collab where I just imitate him and just see what he would say to that. Because just think about it. Like, imagine you're a Markiplier, and then you have me doing the intro for you to kick things off in the collab. And you'd be like, hello, everyone. My name is Aphex Arcade, and welcome with me with Markiplier. We're going to be playing some Five Nights at Freddy's. Just to see how he reacts to that. And like, just imagine it's a whole collab where he talks, and I'm just like, wow, Markiplier, that is really awesome. And just like, over-exaggerate everything.
The whole time.
Just checkmate him and just like over-exaggerate everything. I'm not shooting shots.
I mean, that's you want to imitate the greatness. That's all you want to do. You're not making fun of them.
I would get attacked so fucking hard, dude.
There'd be a small amount of people calling you a sellout. They're like, wow.
Wow. I can't believe he's
only doing this just to make fun of Markiplier. But like, all right, guys.
Okay, guys. Just do that. Just collaborate with all these like YouTubers and just imitate them. Just cause.
Do you is there a YouTube channel that's your guilty pleasure that like most people wouldn't think you watch?
Oh my! This is gonna sound really stupid, but me and my buddies from the Go to Bed cast, we have sessions where there is a YouTube channel where it's just car accidents from Russia. Bro, that is my guilty pleasure, and I have no regrets for it, but it is the funniest thing ever. This dude has just like hundreds of videos of just up-to-date car accidents from Russia. Like, people just don't know how to drive over there. And it's the funniest thing because the altercations that happen behind it all, it's the funniest thing ever. And we just watch it. There's no commentary, nothing. It's just boom, just hear smashing and stuff like that. Me and my buddy, we watch this for like 3 hours straight and just laughing. It's either that or for some reason there's another channel where there's like the specific bridge that's in this neighborhood that's really low. And like the sign is off by like a couple of inches. So watching these trucks and everything trying to drive under it and they just rip the entire top of their freaking truck is so funny. So that's like another channel I tend to watch sometimes. I'm just like, holy shit, there's like a 30-minute video. It's just like these people are just running into this bridge. Oh God.
We were this is actually you probably remember when me and my friend were in New York, and I was talking to you about going to visit you. We just never did. But yeah, I know. Sorry. We we were on this top of the bus tour thing, the one that goes by where John Lennon was shot and all that.
Yeah.
And we were across a bridge and we were going down this hill, and for whatever reason, the driver of this bus was like going pretty fast, like did not have the brakes on, didn't try to compensate for the hill. And the guy, our tour guide with the mic on, he was like, "Oh my God, this bridge has 13 feet and 6 inches tall only, and we're 13.8." Ah! And then we went right under it, and he was like, "I'm just kidding."
Welcome to New York.
I was like, "You bastard!"
You were about to fucking
dude,
get
I
up
was
from your
about to
seat
jump
and go down
off.
to the lower level.
I had a better chance of tucking and rolling.
I'm seeing
tugging and rolling, breaking my shins as I hit the
bones
hit the
pop out.
ground.
I'm just army crawling still away as if there's going to be an explosion. I look back and they're just gone. They didn't even stop for me. New York City rats carry me away. I become their new leader. They look up to me. They
Oh my lord!
call me a name I've never heard before, but I accept it. That
And then it turns out that they're.
I just never know. They're actually like, this is a whole sacrifice thing. They're going to kill me for their rat god, for the alligator god that lives in the sewers. That
Oh my god!
but so what? Speaking of rats and stuff,
Uh-oh.
what's your thoughts on Rick and Morty? You like that show?
I fucking
it's
love
very
Rick and
good.
Morty. I fucking love it. Like, oh, jeez, Rick.
That was really good.
This is your Morty.
It's Justin Roiland. That was really good.
Do you actually know what the original pilot was for that?
No, please do.
Oh, I'm gonna link it to you later, but so you can see it. But basically, the original pilot for that was called Doc and Marty. It was a parody, of course, of Back to the Future.
Right.
Now, Justin Roiland only made this because it was his retaliation to Universal for shutting down his previous animation called The House of Cosby's. And it, yes, it's called The House of Cosby because it was literally a machine that just kept making Bill Cosby's. And eventually it just became The House of Cosby's. So
Right.
Universal slammed him with like a threat saying that you gotta take down this because it's featuring Bill Cosby and like his lawyers and shit like that got all involved. So he took it down and he made Doc and Marty, which of course, like I said, it's his retaliation to that whole thing, but he basically cheated the system because seeing how it's a parody, they can't hurt him for that. So and he changed the names, of course, so it's not Doc and Marty. It was like Maharty, like it was like MHARTI, and Doc was just like DOC. And so all it is just like Doc just setting up instances for Marty to like suck his balls. But it's the same. It's like if you listen to the voices, it's the same voices that he uses. So like I can literally do a snippet where it's just like, "Oh, all right, Doc, I got my boots. I'm ready for the go. Let's go, Marty. There's a problem, Marty. The time machine. It's busted. Oh, geez. Oh, Doc, what are we gonna do? What are you gonna do? My red testicles, Marty. You gotta suck at him. Oh, what? Suck at him, Marty. It's the only way. Trust me, Marty. I'm a scientist. I built this with my two bare hands." And he just starts proceeding to suck on his balls. Oh, okay, Doc. You convinced me. I'm getting on my knees and sucking your balls, and they show the whole thing.
That is so
It's
funny.
pretty. It's
Now, I
pretty
haven't
gnarly,
played
dude.
Lawbreakers yet, but I heard Justin Roiland is a voice in Lawbreakers. That's pretty cool.
I
I heard
believe
people
he
are
is
freaking out when they're
actually,
playing it online. They're like, wait a minute. Is that Justin Roiland?
It's Justin Yeah,
That's
he does
really
a lot
funny.
of voice work. He was on Gravity Falls, which, ironic enough, is that the character he voices is a dude who travels in time, which is homage to Rick and Morty because they're time travelers.
Time traveler guy.
His name is just Time Traveler Guy. That's all his name.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
they're
he's the
awesome
man,
over there.
dude. I love him.
So, what can fans of Aphex Arcade expect without giving anything away, without giving out away too much? What can they expect from Aphex Arcade in the near future?
Same old thing. Whatever I'm doing at the moment
it
is
should
just
be.
whatever. Like the same old stuff that I'm doing. I'm not gonna change my image. I'm not gonna change who I am. Change anything about my channel. It's still gonna be the same type of content that you see on my channel. Being this vulgar little tiny angry little gnome yelling at video games.
Do you have any
and
tips for
being
upcoming
vulgar as
channels?
hell because that's just who I am. It's I'm not gonna change that. People don't like it. Okay, don't watch. But I'm very established a fan base that is just like about like everyone whoever watches it now. This is gonna be the same thing. Maybe of course, new games and everything like that. Of course, I'm going to play all the new stuff that comes out. That's pretty much only the new thing that's going to happen on the channel, really.
It's not going to happen
Do
overnight.
not set your expectations high. No joke. That is the best advice I can give anyone new who's doing Twitch, who's doing YouTube. Because if you pay attention to your numbers and they're not exceeding what you're expecting them to be, that is going to be the motivation. That's going to be the motivation killer for you. I was at that point when I first started Twitch, like 10 years ago. I was always expecting to have I'll have 4 people watching, but I always expected have way more than that. And there are days where I just didn't want to stream because I was like, what's the point? Don't ever pay attention to that, because those 4 people are loyal enough to keep coming back to your stream, and eventually those numbers multiply over time. You have to put in the work, you have to network, you have to talk basically. And
But I bet it feels rewarding as hell to get
and to get to the point where I'm at now is how long it took me to do it. And it may sound a lot. I don't want people to be. It does feel a lot. It does feel really rewarding.
Yeah, and it seems your fan base has been.
I mean, you get people who do these one-offs where they'll do something crazy and drastic, and it gets them a shit ton of fucking viewers overnight. And but then eventually they have to maintain doing that though, just for people to keep watching them, and that sucks.
Growing steadily, and they're very loyal, super loyal.
Yeah.
I like that a lot about your fan base. They're a bunch of cool people. Writing you fan mail, writing you the drawings of you. Those people stick with you because they like you. I like that a lot.
Damn straight.
You're lucky for that. You got lucky.
Homies.
You got lucky
They're my
fans.
homeboys. They're my homies. As I spin my fidget spinner, you can't see it, but I'm spinning it. Don't ask why I have it.
All right, so before we wrap this up, I do want to ask you one last question.
Uh-oh.
What's your alcoholic beverage of choice? All right.
No.
All right.
Blue Long Island iced tea.
Okay. All right.
And
All
my
right.
favorite. No. And hey, I am the guest of honor, and I say what my drink is, boys. Now the mic is on me. Fucking good. Grab my mic. You can't even grab. That's like me fighting the mic.
Okay.
But the mic is mine now, boys. Shit, I put a pop filter. I think I busted it. Whatever. We get another one.
Wow.
That or my
Is that-
favorite
is that
concoction. I don't
good?
know if anyone else does this, but my buddy showed me one. It's Fireball whiskey mixed with Angry Orchard. It's like a nice cinnamon type of mixture, because of course the Fireball whiskey, but it's like you're drinking.
Okay, because
apple
DJ Levi, the producer, he's a bartender. And sitting across him is another bartender of ours, Kyle Strauss, aka Big One. And so I was looking, whenever you said that mixture, I looked over at him. I was like, is that good? Is that a thing?
If he's never had it, I'm gonna be upset.
Fireball.
Yo, Fireball whiskey with
Okay.
that Angry Orchard, trust me, you'll love it. It's like I said, it's like
Oh,
drinking,
it sounds like a
like
Christmas drink
drinking
or a cold weather
nice
drink.
little apple pie in your glass. Oh,
Okay.
Let's just say I blacked out. I don't remember anything from it.
Have you been to E3? So are you against the open
I was
to
gonna
public
go
thing?
this year when it was open to the public. But when I saw how many people were attending everything, I was just like, ooh, this kind of ruins the experience a little bit, because it used to be like invite only, or like you have to like talk your way into getting an invite there. But when it was like open to the public, I was just like, holy shit, this is way too many people.
Yeah.
Kind of am, but not really, because it was more so like shit, because it's less crowded and you don't have to wait for things. But when it was like open to the public, I was like, yeah, you know what? I like what they're doing because it gives everyone a chance to go there, and get that experience at least. I mean, a lot of people were unhappy because they're like, it was too crowded, blah blah. It's just like, well,
Is
this is
E3
what
bigger than
happened.
Comic Con?
E3 is a big thing, so of course it's gonna get really, really packed and sold out instantly.
That's a toughie.
Well,
Right.
it's bigger in a sense of gaming wise. remember, Comic-Con is more towards the comic category. You have
Which is weird to
some
think about.
gaming, some, not a lot. The last time I went to Comic-Con was maybe like 3 years ago when the first Injustice was coming out, and New York Comic-Con at the Javits Center had another studio there because they were promoting Injustice. Injustice was DC and Warner Brothers, so of course they're going to be there, which is cool. Yeah, they had Capcom was there also. Square Enix was there, but they're like small booths still. They weren't crazy big. Where at PAX East,
So would you say
where at
PAX East is a better show to go to for a first time experience than
where it's
Comic-Con?
like a giant freaking square or giant circle, depending where they are, and it just has like maybe 30 setups there versus like the 10 setups that you get at a Comic-Con booth. It depends where you're leaning towards.
That's
Yes,
Friday,
it
isn't
depends
it?
Where you're leaning to. If you're just starting out, you want to get a feel for a convention scenario type of thing. I would suggest going to PAX East or PAX West or PAX West is originally PAX Prime, if no one knows. PAX West is out in Seattle. That's the bigger PAX convention out of all of them. Yeah, it's this week, I believe. Yeah, it's this weekend. This weekend, shit, I'm not going because because I couldn't make the time, and also because I'm leaving at the end of this month anyway to go to SoCal because I'm going to Anaheim. I'm going to be competing in SoCal.
Okay.
Arenas. Yeah. So I decided to save
Oh,
my
and
money to go to-
you got anything
go to the
special
West
planned
Coast
to do
for the
there?
first
Or?
Compete as always. Hang out with a bunch of my buddies and hang out with the team. Circuit Esports will be there in the house. We're gonna fucking dominate, of course. I'm not a sellout.
Nice.
I'm not a sellout.
Yeah, we're rooting for you, dude. I'll paint my chest on the podcast.
Yeah, draw a giant C on your chest. We're proud.
I'll rub the mic against my chest so everyone can hear my painted chest.
Oh my! Get paint smeared all over your mic.
I'll leave it there. I don't care, man.
Jesus Christ!
All right. Well,
Yeah. that's it, though.
I think we're about to close this off.
Just for our listeners and first-time fans of yours, list all the outlets they can catch you on.
That was good.
Yes. If you guys enjoyed me tonight, hold on. I gotta do this right. If you guys enjoyed today's guest of honor,
Very nice.
you can check
I
me
like
out
that.
at
And keep it short.
Aphex Arcade, or if you want to catch me on YouTube as well, youtube.com/c/Aphex Arcade, or on twitch.tv/Aphex Arcade every day. Yeah, 8:30 p.m.
Simple and sweet. People like that.
Yeah, I'm a professional.
All right. Hey, one last time, can we get a Rick and Morty impression?
Send us off.
Send us off with it.
Actually, you can actually close our podcast. Close this
Oh,
episode
Jesus.
of Void Podcast in that voice.
Please do.
Morty, you heard the man, Morty. Oh, jeez, Rick, why do I gotta be the one to do this, Rick? Morty, for the fucking last time, Morty, if you're gonna be a pussy about everything, just close them off, Morty. Oh, okay, Rick. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching Noel Void Podcast. And with your host Lewis and DJ guy over there. Oh, jeez, he's gonna be mad because I don't remember his name. Oh, jeez, it's so bad. I love it.